Yo, what up, fuck boys and
What's
girls?
going on?
What's going on, Mark Tanner?
How you
This
doing,
is
man?
the Squeegee Life podcast, and we're here to take no fucking prisoners. Right,
Yeah.
Marcus?
Yes. Hopefully we're both shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, shot it right out of a cannon. Mark's usually is full of dildos and aimed at his ass, but it's
They
whatever.
fall out. I have to put them in sideways. I gotta clinch up. I'm
You know
working on my
what, dude?
Kegels.
I'm about to, I'm about to email myself that picture that you fucking sent me.
Dude, tell me that's not funny though, man.
Dude, I showed it to Jennifer and she's like, "Oh my god."
Like he's such an asshole.
And then she yeah, she laughed at it though. I was just like, and then I sent it to Chris
Uh,
Lambernides and he got a chuckle out of it. And I was like, only Mark can get away with that. Anyone else, I'd
yeah.
get on a fucking airplane to fight him. You know what I mean? Like no bullshit. He's like, why? I was like, because that's my. I was like, who else am I gonna let take a picture of my fucking grandpa and fucking superimpose it behind me? You know what I mean? Besides Mark, you know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
laid the groundwork when I
And
said, "Has
Chris is like,
anyone
oh
zoomed in?"
shit, that's your grandpa? Like for real, for real? And I'm like, yeah, dude, fucking asshole, man.
I watched the video 10 times around that area. It is pretty interesting the
It's
way the door
interesting. Yeah,
the door opens all the way and slams the wall and then closes again, dude.
yeah. So the wind blowing in both directions.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Within seconds of itself,
Yep.
yeah. I don't know, man.
Interesting.
If you missed what we're talking about, we are talking about my latest YouTube upload. It looks like there may be some tomfoolery going on in the background, like my grandpa might have been opening and shutting the door. It was just weird because I was just getting ready to say what my grandpa always says, in the door creaks. And then just as soon as I say it, right after I get done saying what my grandpa always says, the door shuts.
Yeah. And the
Like
door didn't move for the first
yeah,
5 minutes of the video.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really fucking strange, man. It's really strange, dude. It's super strange, man. If you guys could, all you guys and gals, whoever's watching, there's 10 of you, we have one thumbs up. Give us a like, subscribe to the podcast channel here on me and Mark's YouTube channel. It's ours. I know I do most of the video content, but if Mark's eventually gonna start fucking shooting video of himself taking a shit or something. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
eventually. But that'd be great. You guys, now there's a website. It's www.thesqueegeelife.com. It's a website. It's gonna turn into a store eventually. I'm gonna do two things. What we're gonna do is I'm getting some hats. I don't know if we're gonna. I'm not sure if I'm sold on the design that Mark is wearing right now, but Mark's actually wearing one of the listeners, one of the guys in the group, Jason, made those for us as sample hats. I like it, but I'm so stuck on my logo that I just like everything is just like, you know what I mean? But it looks cool. I don't know if we're gonna go with that or something else. But not only that, there's gonna be some t-shirts on there, and they're just going to be like regular old t-shirts. Thanks for the thumbs down. They're just going to be regular old, just something on the front t-shirts. That's just to make some more affordable options for people, you know what I mean, and keep the squeegee life going. But they're going to be they're still going to be cool. They're just going to be different. I'm not going to stop doing the custom shirts, that I'm kind of squeegee life's kind of been known for, the front, the back, the sleeve, the mashup shirts, like the Squeegee Life Stranger Things, or the window cleaning history fucking little dealio that we did. But I'm gonna continue to do that stuff. But I want to make some stuff. There's are some tightwads out there, so you know. But yeah, that'll eventually be on the website there. Eventually, that'll happen. Um, what else? There's something else. We might. Man, what else was I gonna say, Mark? There was
I
something
don't
else.
know.
I'll think of it here in a second, guys. I'll think here in a second. I don't know. Thank you to those who went to our iTunes podcast page and left us a review, gave us a 5-star review with a comment. That is super great. When you guys do that on iTunes, that really fucking helps us. If you guys do that, like go to iTunes. Well, I don't have an iTunes. Just go to iTunes, fucking fake it till you make it. Throw us a review up there. That's fucking awesome for us.
How long can it take? 10 minutes, if that?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, 10 minutes. That'd be awesome if you could do that.
Show some love.
And of course, you can go to. You see the Patreon there. You can subscribe for $1. It's a little slow right now because I've been super busy. I went to that huge convention. I had, that really messed me up work-wise. I got a huge job actually on the way down there, and I had to come back and do it, and the weather's not cooperated. It's been a fucking nightmare, but I finally got it done. So, we're going to do more on Patreon. But, let's see, man, everyone's watching. Jason Lehman, Ryan Fuster, what's up? Fernando Trevino's watching. Whoa, it's been a while. What's up, Fernando? How you doing? Dustin Duffy, Henry's window cleaning. He left the podcast group, so we're mad at him. He's not our friend anymore. Lewis Coatney over there at Pro Wash, Missouri. My boy, Jason Schneider. Mike the Glass Guy. What up, Mike the Glass Guy? Go check out his YouTube channel, guys. Richie Blue. My main man, 50 grand. Shit. So we got a bunch of people watching tonight, man. What's up, everybody? Night. So I'm thinking about, that's what I was going to say. I'm thinking about changing the day of the podcast during football season, guys, because as everyone knows, I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, diehard. You know what I mean? See, I got the brownie tattooed on me right there, like I mean business. You know what I mean? I got the brownie on me. I'm a super big-time, double-up fucking Cleveland sports fan, so the Browns look to have an exciting year. And what's up, Cameron? Cameron kids watching. I'm a super huge Browns fan, and every Sunday I go to the basement. I've been watching Browns football games in my buddy's basement since I was like 20 years old, and I'm 40 now, so we've been hanging out in the same basement for 20 years watching football together. And this year, they might not suck so bad. What do you got that stupid ass grin on your face for?
It's just the mind is
I just want to
I don't want to fucking
right in your. I want to
interrupt
break in
the
your
monologue
mouth.
about
You already fucked
your
up.
nakedness in the basement with your buddy. Okay.
There's no nakedness going on, man. That's not even fucking happening. I think you're being ridiculous right now, to be honest with you.
Are you involved in fantasy football too?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I did try it 2 years in a row, but the guy that normally runs the league just has been sucking at it and not doing his job on time. And this year I think we're gonna miss it because tonight's Thursday night football, so no draft. Or he started it and just didn't ask me to be a part of it. One of the two. I didn't mind it. It was fun. It was cool. It's, my team's always been shitty, so any reason to watch extra football and watch good football is good for you. You know what I mean? Because that's what fantasy football provides, and you might win something. You might win a little. Everybody chips in. You got to buy in. It's like playing. It's gambling essentially. So you pick these guys, and if you win, great. And if you don't, fuck, you lose your money. No wonder you take losing so good, Jason Lehman. Man, you are such a fucking Twins ahead of the Indians. Yeah, for how long though? Listen, I'm not gonna take anybody that's trying to throw shade at like the Indians or the Browns right now. I ain't trying to hear that shit, dude. So maybe man, you see that catch the other night my man made? Oh my god, you motherfuckers, boy. Yeah, Mark weathered the storm pretty good, huh, Mark?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The whole state did good. I mean, even North Florida, we've seen a lot worse. So thank God we're not like the Bahamas, man. There's nothing left in the Bahamas.
Yeah, I seen that. It's
dude,
it's
good
fucking
friend
terrible.
of mine.
And Puerto Rico got fucking jacked too, man. But You know,
Yeah, but
hopefully the relief efforts in the Bahamas go a little bit smoother than they did in Puerto Rico, because I feel like a lot of that aid was mismanaged by the Puerto Rican government and then got tossed on the
yeah, well,
president.
that was yeah. I mean, you don't know what to believe and what not, but
Yeah,
obviously there was something going
some
on. But
fuckery afoot.
yeah, yeah. But as far as the Bahamas goes, the only thing I'm not believing right now is the like 7-person death count. There's no way. And I have a little additional information because a buddy of mine works for a man that owned a very wealthy man. My buddy works on his yachts,
Hmm.
and the guy has a house in the Bahamas. They flew over in a helicopter to check the house, and they saw over 1,000 bodies floating. So that 7 count, those fuckers are going to be washing up on shore in Palm Beach like within the next
Are you
3 days.
serious?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's, dude. I mean,
What? Are you serious?
yeah, that's what I was told. That they saw a lot of dead bodies floating. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dude, think about it. That storm was over there for like 30 hours at close to 200 miles an hour. 200 miles an hour takes down brick buildings, dude. There's not much left over there.
Mhm.
You know,
That's
I mean,
crazy, man.
literally, the ocean connected on both sides. So if you're not on stilts, there was, I sent you that video of that guy
Yeah,
at house
dude.
on stilts. That's
Yeah.
scary shit, man.
Yeah,
And
dude.
and imagine that for 30 hours.
And I mean, and you got to think about that. That's the fucking ocean. That covers
Yeah.
covers the majority of the
Yeah.
planet, and it's in your fucking house.
Yeah. Now,
There's no
yeah.
getting rid of that. You know
No,
what I mean?
and let's understand
And
something
you know,
else.
and this, and just I don't want not to cut you off, but I just I'm just a question. That kind of storm surge and the way the Bahamas are, you'd almost think that like some of the Bahamas was just washed away for good.
Yeah, no, it was.
You know what I
I
mean?
can guarantee you it was. I can guarantee you it was. Like, see, in the Keys, in the Florida Keys, majority of the houses are built up. They're 20 feet up on stilts. Okay, for that exact reason, because the bay and the ocean can connect. So basically, you're in the middle of the ocean at that point in time. Most of the houses are 15 to 20 feet on big columns and blocks for that reason. We have building codes. Like, our building codes in Florida are different than they are in Ohio.
Right.
California has different building codes because of earthquakes.
Of course.
But it's all designed by engineers to withstand the issues that we have. In the Bahamas, there's no building codes there, dude. It's a lot of those people live in almost nothing.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's
shacks.
sad.
I mean,
Yeah.
fuck, man.
I mean, you saw that video I sent you? The lady was on the second floor. Her entire first floor was floating. You're like, what is that? Oh, that's the couch. There's
Yeah,
like
dude.
12 foot of water in the living room.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Do you think the news media fucking blows things out of proportion and makes things worse than they need to be?
Yes. And I can tell you this. I had to call my mom is about 100 to 120 miles south of me. Okay. At no point in
Okay.
time was that storm coming into South Miami. Okay. But she's 74, 75 years old now. So the last time we had a storm and it was headed in there, I went down, we put her shutters up, and I brought her home with me. Because my house, I'm set up with generator, and I can run my entire house. So we're in a little better position when it comes to these storms. So I had to call her like 20 times, like, Mom, turn the news off. I hear it down in the background.
Yeah.
Because you sit there and you stare at the news. And if you look from 1 hour to the...
She's
especially,
old, though. That's what
Yeah.
they did, man. That
Yeah.
was the thing, dude. There was like,
She's
what,
like-
3 channels? Howdy Doody,
Yeah,
the news, and some fucking
Yeah.
other bullshit.
Yeah. PTV of
Yeah.
fucking Sesame Street.
PBS.
Yeah, exactly. So I said, Mom, tell me if this makes sense to you. I'll get in my truck right now. I'll be at your house in an hour and a half. Bring your dogs. You come stay with me. We'll have a party like last time. That sounds good. I go, but I'm bringing you closer to the storm. Do you understand that? There is no model that's putting that thing where you are. You'll get some wind. You'll get some rain. No need for panic. Oh, okay, yeah, thank you for saying that. I love you. 10 minutes later, she's calling me. My brother, Mom's going crazy again. Call Mom. And I'm like, Mom, turn the fucking news. Yeah, so, look, I even fell in the trap. okay?
Right.
Because you just sit there and you want to see an update. And when it's sitting over the Bahamas, moving at 1 mile an hour,
Yeah.
you know, it ain't coming close anytime soon. And like I said, I've made this point before: is you guys have tornadoes out there. I don't know where you are if it's bad, but tornadoes, they can be just as strong as hurricanes, but
Mm,
they basically come through and rip the shit out of everything, and they're gone. Hurricanes show up and they're there for 20 fucking hours, just abusing you
right.
nonstop at 200. That they had 220-mile-an-hour
So
winds,
as
dude.
usual, everything's worse for Mark. He's
No.
way cooler than everyone else.
Yep. Hey.
Hey, hey.
So.
So like, do hurricanes produce like 200-300 mile an hour winds?
No, Cat 5.
Tornadoes do. So shut your
Yes,
fucking
they do.
mouth.
Yeah, but they're pussies because they don't last long. They don't last. No, but hurricanes do bring in tornadoes. So, like, dude, after Hurricane Andrew,
Here
which
we
is one
go.
of the
Now
most
hurricanes are
devastating,
fucking transformers in Florida
a
too.
hurricane will kick a tornado's ass every day.
Hey, hurricanes are fucking way tougher than tornadoes, bro. They're like
Yeah,
5-0 against tornadoes, bro.
yeah, yeah. No, but
Whoop.
seriously, after Hurricane Andrew, which brought tornadoes into our state, we used to have pine trees on our turnpike.
Uh-huh.
Dude, when you see, I'm not lying to you, when you see 50-foot tall pine trees this big around braided around each other because they got hung up in a tornado, it's
Hmm.
pretty impressive, man. It's a pretty impressive sight.
Jason wants to know what's the weirdest thing you've ever seen wash up on the beach.
I've seen a bag of dope. I've seen a bag of dope washed up on the beach.
Oh shit.
Um, yeah, yeah, a bale. It's like a bale
Of
of dope.
weed?
Yeah, it was weed. It was wrapped in burlap and plastic, and we seen this thing floating around, and it finally makes it up. And my buddy's like, "Don't even go near it." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "There's probably a boat sitting out there, waiting to pick it up, and they could be sniper rifle. If you
Right.
grab that thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think we should stay away."
That's pretty weird.
We'll get every now and again you'll see a boat wash up on shore. When I was in Miami, you'd see a homemade canoe type thing wash up. That was usually a Haitian coming over. You know. Um,
Seth said Floridians live in 1992.
Yeah, I wish it was still 92, dude.
Yeah, we can tell jorts.
Jorts. Hey, listen, I seen you wearing some funky shit the other day, dude. What was with the salt and pepper and rub shakers?
What are you talking about?
That dress you had on.
It wasn't a dress, it was a kilt.
It was a dress.
No, it was kilt.
Was there anything on under there?
Yeah, I wore underwear. I'm
What was
dignified.
the thing in the front?
Oh, that was my little satchel, man.
Looked like salt and pepper shakers to me.
I'll let you look up the real meaning of it, but yeah, it is what it is.
Is that a rented costume or just one owns such a thing?
No, that I own that. Yeah.
So,
That's the tartan of the Black Guard too. So
the what?
the tartan of the Black Guard,
Oh, okay. That's what
Black
that's what you call it.
Watch,
Black
whatever you want.
mask.
No, I got one
Some
of
white
those.
guys have black ones.
Yeah.
Kind of dark.
I had fun, whatever, bro. I
I think
got
the
laid
funniest
later
thing was when
too.
that shit broke down on the side of the road and you guys were hanging out
Yeah,
roadside with
nobody's seen
busted
that.
up
The
vans.
only people that seen that video are the patrons. So that's another good reason to be patrons because sometimes shit
Yeah.
goes down. You know what I mean? It was a cool video, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Us
was.
hanging, my family hanging out on the side of the road. Which you guys? I mean, I don't know if you guys. I don't know if I said it or not during the video, but I'm pretty sure there was one or two ants peeing or something.
Yeah. It was cool.
All the girls peed on the side of the road, even both
Yep.
of my aunts. Aunt Kim, the oldest, and my
Yep.
Aunt Tammy. They're both going to be mad at me for saying this, but they both peed on the side of the road on 70, what was it, 71 or 75, I can't remember,
I
right
think it said
outside of
71.
Detroit. We were like not too far from 11th Mile, and we were broke down on the side of the road going to the Renaissance Fair for my cousin Shannon's 30th birthday. The wheel fell off the bus. Like literally, the wheel fell off the bus on the side of the road, and we just like fucking started fucking partying on fucking right outside of Detroit on the fucking highway. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I
Dude,
75
the
was lit as
funniest thing is
fuck,
most of
dude.
the people were dressed up in
I
the Renaissance.
75 was lit as
Yeah,
fuck, son.
yeah. The, the funniest thing was everybody was dressed up for the Renaissance
Yeah,
Festival,
yeah.
so people driving by that didn't know there was a Renaissance Festival
Yeah, they were
must have
like,
been
"What
going, "What
in
the
the
fuck?"
fuck?" Yeah, dude. There was a satyr with us. There was a guy with like a fucking furry legs and horse feet and fucking. My cousin Shannon and her girlfriend, she was dressed up as Jon Snow, and her girlfriend was dressed up as fucking Daenerys Targaryen from the fucking Game of Thrones. Fucking Jennifer and my aunts and my both my cousins, Brittany and Ty, they were all dressed as peasant girls. I had a kilt on. Brandon had a kilt on. Josh had a kilt on. And we would have fucked you up on the side of the road in our dresses, Mark.
So
We'd have
what
whooped
does
your
one? No,
ass.
okay, yep, okay. You can't even get there in one piece. So so let me ask you, what does one do at a Renaissance festival?
Drink fucking beer and have a good time, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's old ladies got their titties out. Jennifer and Ty and all the girls, they all had their boobs out. You know, because that's what I mean. It's pretty much like you're pushing them all up
Yeah.
and out. You know what I mean? You
Yep.
know,
Yep. Yep.
drinking beer, just having a good time, man. You know, going to the blacksmith and shit like that. I wanted to go and hammer some fucking steel, but that didn't happen. That was funny. You all having, yeah, dude. We had so much fun, Cameron. It was a good time, man. I had fun. I mean, we never made it to the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, you didn't? They didn't send another bus.
Nah, man, my Aunt Tammy went fucking hard body karate on the owner of the limo company, man. She went fucking hard
Oh boy.
body.
Yeah.
So that was almost a fight, you know. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I mean, they rolled up deep on us too, man. There was like 4 or 5 cars there ended up rolling up on us. The guy, the limo company owner, he called everybody. He like his uncle and his aunt and his shit rolled up
Yeah.
to drive us.
Really?
We all drove home in separate cars.
But like the Renaissance Festival is all day. They couldn't send another bus and complete the
All day,
mission.
no, they didn't want to fuck with us anymore.
Oh, they were done.
Well, this is the thing. This is the story you guys are missing. Mike says the first pair of boobs I seen was at when I was a kid at the Renaissance. See? Fucking Renaissance Fair is dope, man. You know, but anyways, we got there and there was a bigger bus sitting there waiting for us.
Yeah.
So we were all sitting out back and then it was time to leave. So we get ready to leave and she's like, I'm like, why aren't we going? And my cousin and my aunt are like, the fucking bus has been broke for 15 minutes. It was broke before you got here. I was like, what? I was like, it was running. She's like, yeah, but it wasn't moving. I'm like, oh my God, dude. So they had to send another bus.
Yeah.
And at this time, you know, half the people that went bought tickets. Not only you had to buy tickets to get into the Renaissance Festival, but you had to buy tickets to go on the pub crawl. You get a commemorative mug and you get free drinks and all this shit. And it started at 2:00 and there was we were an hour and a half away, and there was, especially in a van, you know what I mean, a limo bus. There was no way we were gonna make it. It was too fucking late.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the guy sent another van, and it was smaller. It had a stripper pole in it that was suspect as fuck. It was zip screwed into the ceiling, and it looked like it had never been washed. I refused to touch it. Everyone that would come by and grab the pole, I'd be like, ew, because you know some nasty JJ has been slid down that fucker, or somebody's nasty booty hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh.
But
There's skid marks on it.
Yeah. So we all hop in the fucking. We make the best of it, you know, because we're the type of people that no matter what's going down, if we're all together, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time no matter what. It was raining. We didn't give a fuck. We were gonna have a good time, and we got into, and it was cool at first. And then as soon as we got on the fucking highway, you know, I've been in enough dual-tired vehicles in the rear dualies in my life to know when there's something going wrong.
Yeah.
And we're in this, it's like the size, you know, them like nursing home vans, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like the one that KCMO. Remember when that thing unloaded in front?
Yes, it was just like that. And She had to be going 90 miles an hour, Mark. She had to, dude. And I'm sitting there. I'll be honest, man. I ate an edible. I was high on a magic brownie, like
Uh-huh.
I was on planet fucking Pluto. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
walking
yeah.
around like, dude. But I'm sitting in the van over the wheel. Me and I'm sitting on one side, and it's a big like U-shaped seating pattern.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
sitting right over the wheel, and I'm like, the whole time, I'm like, listen, she's going too fast. There's something wrong with this wheel. And everybody's like, shut up, TJ. Because you're being paranoid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, it kept going and kept going and kept going. And then finally, there's a big bang, and it like a shotgun.
Yeah.
Well, they're like, oh, we blew a tire. I'm like, no, man, it's worse than a tire, man. And mind you, we were going 90 in this bus. After we all got out and they seen the fucking tire done fell off the bus, everybody was like,
Yeah.
well, she was going a little fast. I'm like, oh, now she's going
Yeah.
fast. I was fucking paranoid. You know what I mean? But we just got fucking to drinking beer on the side of the fucking I-75, man, outside of Detroit. Right next to the 11th mile exit. We was just fucking doing our thing, man.
I'm
We
surprised
still...
none of them Gilberts got up and beat the shit out
There
of
were
the
no
bus driver.
Gilberts there. Me and Jennifer were the only Gilberts there. My
Okay.
dad was adopted. I don't know how many times I got to keep fucking telling you
All right.
that. Just say the family.
The family was there.
Yeah, the family was all there. But yeah, man, it was a fucking trip, man. And again,
Is
that's
this something you guys do every year, or is this
no,
like,
no. It's her it was her 30th birthday.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you'll be coming up to cook me ribs next year for my birthday, will you, Mark? No, it was a
I'll come
special
up at
occasion.
50.
Yeah, it was a special occasion. There's no way you're flying when you're that age, you old fuck. Old man River's gonna break a hip.
Fucking begging me up there to make you fucking food.
But it was a good time, man. We made the most of it. We all went back to my cousin Shannon's house. Well, anyways, I'll get to the point of the story is that the dude kind of rolled up because they were pissed. They're like, man, everybody bought these tickets. We're out fucking like each couple's out $70 fucking dollars. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And some of us over $100 because
Yeah.
some of us bought Renaissance Fair tickets and pub crawl tickets. You know what I mean? And some
Sure.
they couldn't use them. I wasn't one of them. It was sold out. And
Yeah.
the crazy thing about it is our group it's only 30 people that are allowed in the pub crawl. Our group bought it out.
Yeah.
So they
And
were
no one was
expecting
there
us,
for it,
and
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like and the Duke pulled up a little bit, like kind of like a little shitty. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah,
rolled
uh-oh.
up like bebopped up there, and Aunt Tammy's like.
We ain't having that.
Aunt Tammy swerved him real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was on that motherfucker like toothpaste on a toothbrush.
Yeah.
She was all over that fucking dude, man. As
Yeah.
soon as he walked, he had to walk up the hill he had to get away from her.
Yeah.
Cause he instantly got a phone call. As soon as Aunt Tammy got like maybe 2 sentences out, he's like, "Oh, I got a phone call." Turn around,
That's
He
hilarious.
was, and then like maybe 10 minutes later, after he was like kept trying to dodge Aunt Tammy, my cousin Shannon, it was her birthday. She is nothing to fuck with. She just like her mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was Aunt Tammy's daughter.
Yeah.
It was her birthday, so she wasn't nothing to fuck with.
Yep.
The girls were not happy. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Jennifer is, when she has a couple beers in her, she'll say anything to anyone.
Yeah.
Anything to anyone. So Jennifer fits right in. My cousin Brittany was fucking shitting on the driver. You know what I mean? Instantly, like, you suck. It was fucking bad, dude.
Yeah.
Eventually, everyone was not mad at the driver because it really wasn't her fault.
Yeah.
We talked everybody off the ledge. It's really not her fault. She was driving fast, but it's not her fault.
Yeah.
She was just trying to get us there. But the dude shouldn't have come up like that. You know what I mean? He just rolled up like an asshole. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. So he was like the owner of the company.
yeah. I mean, he turned out. Actually, me, Jennifer, and my cousin Shannon rode back with him
Yeah.
in his car, his own personal car.
Yeah.
What's up, Bill Jordan and David Kaznucha? Dude, it was still a good time. We rolled back to the house. I whooped everybody's ass in horseshoes, and whatever. We had a good time. We had a really good time. I got to see my cousin Tyler, who's been out on the road working, doing roof repairs. I don't get to see him very often, so that was cool. Just it was just a good time. My Uncle Mike was there.
Cool.
Uncle Mike's not feeling well, so get well soon, Uncle Mike. So that was pretty dope, getting to hang out with Uncle Mike. Uncle Dennis, um, he was there, so it was cool, man. Everybody was there. It was a kick ass. It was a kick ass time. We had a good time. Me and Jennifer needed some time away, so it was cool, man. It was cool.
Yeah.
Got to
Yeah.
make
So
the most
your
of shit.
daughters went too?
No, no.
No.
The girls
No. So
stayed
it's
home
just
with
you and
Ryan. It
Jen.
was just an adult thing, We had a good
Yeah.
time, man. It was much needed. You know what I mean? You just make the best. I guess the moral of the story is make the best out of whatever situation. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well,
What
at
the
that
fuck
point,
can you
there's no
do?
changing it. Might as well have fun.
Right,
You
right,
know.
right. I had a conversation. I did a house. Uh, I think Wednesday I did this house. I do it all the time. This guy's a hotelier around here. Used to own a bunch of hotels. He sold everything.
Yeah.
But he told me and maybe it's just the stars, I don't know. But he told me the same thing that you've been telling me about, because I've been toying around with like how I'm going to hire people, how I'm going to design my business, how I'm going to
Yeah.
build my business, and some of the things that you were saying to me. He said he's like, I'm telling you, man, that's the way. He goes, He goes, I did this a long time. He goes, I've sold everything off now. He goes, but I wish I would have just stayed with the one. He goes, I just feel
Yeah.
like he goes, I do have nice things. He goes, but the stress of owning
Yeah.
all those hotels and having all those
Yep.
employees, he's like, he
Yep.
goes, because there's only so many people that are going to be willing, that don't have an ego.
Yeah.
They're not ego driven. They just want to work. Maybe they got a problem. He said maybe they were a recovering drug addict or a former alcoholic. He goes, those are normally the people that don't have an ego and they just want a good job. He
Yeah.
goes, you'll probably
Yeah.
find maybe one or two of those in your entire lifetime. He goes, and usually it's always just one.
Yeah.
You know,
No, you're right. He's right. Look, it doesn't matter if you own hotels or you're washing windows or
yeah,
cleaning
that's what
carpets.
he was getting at.
Business is business,
Hmm.
okay? Look, if I had it to do over again, I would do it different,
Hmm.
because of what I've learned. But
Hmm.
I didn't know these things being
Hmm.
smaller. I would have
Right.
kept it to myself and
Well, I tell you
one good
this.
guy,
I
you
can
know?
tell you this. I'm very, very thankful to have you as a friend and someone that I can speak to, and kind of go over things with. You know what I mean? You give me your advice, and you're just giving
Yeah.
me an advice. It's not your opinion, your advice. And you're not telling me this is the way you should do this, but you're just like, man, you should think about doing this. You could do whatever you want. He goes,
Yeah.
but I don't think what you're doing is half wrong either. You just need to, take these
Yeah.
steps. And I
There's
value
guys
that. I value
there's
that.
there's guys out in the window cleaning industry that apparently are very successful
Hmm.
with 20 or 30 guys,
Hmm.
20 or 30 trucks,
Hmm.
you know,
And that might work for
managers
them, yeah.
and yeah, and you know what? Look, I'm not an educated man. I came up washing windows, okay,
Right.
and doing odd things before that. But
Yep.
the point is, I'm not educated in running a business, so everything I've learned has been from an experience.
On the go.
You know,
Yeah.
it's trial and error and mistakes, and it
Mhm.
built and it built, and it's where it is now. But the innocence of, even as small as I am compared to a lot of these guys, the innocence of going out washing windows and collecting money is two different things. There was a Facebook post on one of the pages going around that said, I'm getting ready to hire my first guy, and my first guy, and I'm going to put an office manager. I want to get out of the field. Okay, well, I explained to him, he got a lot of advice, and some of it was good, not good or bad, but some of it I agreed with. And I said, right now you can go out and do $1,000 job, let's say, and you can probably put $700 in your pocket and go home and smile all the way to the bank.
Hmm.
As soon as you take yourself out of that equation, you're not going to get that $700 anymore. You're
Yeah.
going to get like $150.
Yeah.
Okay, and then deal with aggravation.
And
you
not
know,
only that, but the one thing I've noticed I've had, work before I owned the company, the people I worked with, other window cleaners, the guy that taught me, things like that. I've noticed one thing, and I'm not trying to, toot my own horn, but, or, like I'm the shit or anything, but I haven't worked with anybody that can produce how I produce. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? So once you take that production out of the field, like you've built a business on a certain kind of quality and speed and
yeah,
whatever, and then you take that out of the equation, the business is going to change drastically.
dude, no matter what, no matter how good someone is, no one is going to wash and do it like you do.
Of course.
No one is going to walk up, knock on the door, and say, "Hey, Mrs. Newsbound, I'm here to clean your windows." "Oh, TJ, thanks for coming back. You've been cleaning my windows for 5 years." That all changes
Mm-hmm.
when you send an employee to that house.
Right.
That's gone. That relationship is out the
It's
window.
over. Yeah.
Yep. And that's a hard thing to wrap your head around.
Well, I can tell you just from based on my experience, which isn't very long. I haven't been doing it as long as you. I'm almost on 2 decades of window cleaning.
Yeah.
I'm like around, what, 14 years or 15 years doing what I do.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I've had all of those customers. I've been cleaning some houses that was like one of them was the first house I ever cleaned windows on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know what I'm saying? I
Well, see,
still do it.
the first,
And I
the
know
first,
those people.
yeah.
They've watched my kids grow up. I watched their kids grow up. You know what I mean? There's a good relation. That you're right. Once I take myself out of the equation, which there's nothing wrong with that, but that relationship changes.
It does 100%. But here's the thing you got to think of. This is, and it's not a mistake. This is exactly textbook what happens with everybody that grows to need an employee. The first thing they do is you teach him how to clean windows. Or let's just say he knows how to clean windows fairly well. Okay? You put him in the truck next to you. Then you sit there and go, "Cool. I used to work from 9 to 5. You're not going to get home at 12 o'clock because you got a second helper.
Right.
You're going to get home at 3, not
Right.
5. You're going to save 2 hours."
Right.
Then you're going to realize the payroll that you're making versus the amount of additional income that you've brought in because now you have extra help doesn't make any sense, right? So then, because that's what I did. I hired, my first employee's name was Jason, a great guy. Okay. I put him in the truck with me, and it took me 2 months to realize I'm really starting to not lose money, but I'm not making what I need to make anymore. The company's not making what it needs to make anymore because I'm making that payroll.
Right.
Okay. So I got to get him out of my truck. So now you got to put either another vehicle or pay him to use his.
Yep.
Yes. And you've got to, if his payroll is $2,000 a month, your first goal has got to be to go out and sell $2,000 worth of work. Very simply.
Mm-hmm.
Pick something up to replace his income,
Yep.
and then you have him for other things. That's the way to grow.
Yep.
But, many companies implode because they're like, well, okay, I've been doing this for a year and I don't need to wash windows anymore. They put 2 guys out there who aren't you and then expect them to wash, collect, solicit, and do everything else. Good luck. You're not going to be around long.
Right.
There's a lot of learning curve to it, and it's tough. It is. I mean, and they're expensive lessons.
Yeah.
And
that's not to say that the small way is the better way. It's just
no.
it's what works for whomever. I think really what you're trying to say is if you're gonna do that, make sure you got the work for it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna bring a guy on like Luke, he's Luke the window cleaner. He's looking for help. He's found himself somebody, but the dude's got so much work they can't. It's hard as fuck for them to even do it. You know what I mean?
But
you got to have the work for it to make sense.
But you've got to be smart and bring someone in that you can afford to pay, and then let them grow with the company. Mm-hmm. For instance, I got a college contract, was 52 or some odd buildings. I needed bodies, so I hired 2 guys basically off of an ad on Craigslist. Mm-hmm. Both of them had experience. I brought these guys out and I was like, they're not going to make it 6 months, but they're going to get me through this job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And neither one of them are with me anymore. Right. They've come and long gone. But it's not a good situation. It's not a comfortable feeling, I should say, to bring guys out because you just picked up a bunch of work and then have to immediately turn them into the work, because you don't want to put the new guys on the work that you've been doing for 10 years.
Right.
You don't want to put them on the new work.
Right.
Because now you've got to make a relationship with this new person. You can't rely on a newbie to do that for you.
Right.
So it's frustrating, man.
Speaking of window cleaning, there's some really cool towels I seen. Somebody sent a picture of them to me on Facebook Messenger. It might have been Voxer, but they're like waffle towels. They're fucking cool.
They're waiting for those orange ones.
Yeah, what the fuck happened? Are you going to use the hurricane excuse?
No. I'm going to use the same excuse I use. I just hate the freaking. I have your thermometer and 24 towels sitting there waiting to go out.
Yeah, because dude, I'm so nervous about fucking hacking that smoker up, dude.
No,
I mean, I'm
dude,
gonna throw it. You know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about causing an explosion.
you're not going to cause any explosion, dude. No, 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 no,
Yeah. Oh,
no, no.
trust me. You're gonna be doing it with
Yeah,
me step by
I'll
step,
do
whether
it
you'd
step
like
by
to or
step. You
not.
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
only thing I'm worried about is the gas connection. How I do all the burner. That's once I get that part, everything else I don't
Yeah.
give a shit
Well,
about.
gas lines.
I
You
mean,
put
I've got
stuff on.
experience working with gas.
Yeah, you know how to.
I've twisted my own threads on the gas line pipe before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
doing. I know
yeah,
that it's very dangerous.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The main thing is that you make sure that when you light that, you just turn it on, you light it,
Yeah.
and you don't leave it
I'm
going.
looking forward
Yeah,
to it, man, because
yeah,
I mean, I like a charcoal smoke, but I like a charcoal smoke for certain things.
yeah,
If I want it to be, if I want the reason why I like the propane and wood smoker is because it's almost dummy proof. There's no
yeah,
variables like
yeah.
when it's cold outside, smoking shit with charcoal is hard to do.
Yeah, no,
It's hard to do.
charcoal. At any time, you got to babysit it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, even
Yeah,
if the
yeah.
smoker's automated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's tough.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm looking forward to it for that reason and that reason alone. You know what I mean?
You,
Just
you know,
because
you'll
it
be
just
able
the
to get
ease
that
of
smoker
use.
acclimated and go make a beer run and come back, and it's going
Yeah.
to be sitting right where it was.
Exactly. With charcoal, I'm like, I can't leave.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know. Fuck. Oof. But what I was getting at is I want you to and if I have to buy one or you buy it and I pay you for it, I want to buy a 22 and I want you to drill it out for me.
Squeegee or the
Squeegee.
mop?
Squeegee.
Okay,
Can you
okay.
do that? Will you do
Yeah,
that
I
for
have it
me?
here. Yeah, I have them here. I'll
Okay.
drill it out for you.
I'll pay you for
I
the
have it.
channel.
Okay, $79 plus shipping and handling.
I'm
I'll,
talking
I'll
about
sign it for
fair
you.
market
I'll sign
price.
it for you.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about fair
yeah.
market price plus
I've
like
been
maybe
told I'm
two or
the
three
smartest man
dollars.
in window cleaning,
I
right?
know you are. You
That has
definitely
a
are.
tax.
You definitely are. But because I do have one that I did, but it's not as good as what I know. Because I only got a couple of holes in it, and I can
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
already see the difference. So I
Yeah.
really want to get that on video.
Okay.
So I would like
Okay.
for you to send me one of those.
I got it. 22, right?
Yeah, 22
Sorbo
and
Cobra.
Sorbo Cobra, and it would
Okay.
be dope if you could set your phone up. Is it already? Do you already have them drilled out?
No, no. I have
So
I
could
have a
you?
fixture on my
Could you?
drill press.
Yeah.
So it.
Could you like film you how you
Yeah.
do it, and then
Yeah.
send it to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then you could be a part of another YouTube video. That'd be great.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? Everybody's talking in the chat there. I'm actually looking forward to a lot of what Richie's going to be doing too. He's got some cool ass shit. I'm really looking forward to.
Richie Blues stuff is next level badass.
Yeah,
I can't say it enough. You
Right.
know.
I know when I hit 600 subscribers, I'm probably gonna buy one of those zero silencers and I'm gonna give it away
Nice.
to some lucky person. So spread that around. Try to get people to like and subscribe to the Squeegee Life YouTube channel so I can get around. Oh fuck! I would like more than 6. I want thousands, but the 600th, I'm gonna give away a zero silencer. I'm gonna buy one from windowcleaner.com and give it to one of you lucky fellers. I'm gonna have Chris ship it to you. Yeah,
Nice.
son. And what would be cool is it would be nice if Richie's fucking ready to give. It'd be awesome if he could make me a couple of his cool things to give away. That'd be cool. That way,
Yeah.
a couple other folks can get these cool ass tools and get to put out the positive word about it. It's so simple though. Everybody's gonna be like, "That's it."
Yeah,
But
dude,
it's once you
when
get one, you're
use
gonna
it-
be like, "Dude, this is so fucking cool, man."
dude. I'm gonna just put it this way, without giving anything away. I have 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my guys. Actually, I got 3 of them, and one is being tested from another company, a personal friend of mine, and I have 2, and I gave them to 2 of my guys to do a job we recently did where they would be a big benefit. Okay, and when I didn't have them, it was like, oh my god, how am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah, dude, I left one.
So simple.
I left an original prototype one at a customer's house, and he called me. He's like, "Your doohickey's here," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"What?" He's like, "Your doohickey." He's like, I can leave it on the porch, or you can come get it in October when you come back to do the house again. And I was like, I'll just wait. My buddy's getting me another one, so don't sweat it. You know what I mean? After a week, I was just like, forget about it. And Richie's,
Yeah.
I already had another one, so I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
Oh
is
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. It's
Speaking of
something.
fucking Richie Blue, I got something super special here for you guys, and this is going to be something that is probably going to be standard issue on the Squeegee Life podcast, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you'll stick around. But
This is good.
this is good. This is good. You guys are gonna like this. Just a little twist on the show. When we come back, we'll talk about it a little bit, and we'll go from there. It's gonna be pretty cool, though, I think.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bigfoot Moment, brought to you by Squeegee Life. I'm Richie Blue, your host, and I'm the guy that will be doing the Bigfoot moments, I guess. That's what I'm going to be doing, so here I am. Anyway, I'll be doing a series of videos covering Bigfoots, UFOs, vampires, werewolves, Jersey Devils, anything paranormal.
What a load of crap! Hell, a week ago I never even heard the word paranormal. Paranormal.
Parabnormal. Did I say that right? Anyway, the first video I will be doing is actually a set of videos. It's a two-part video that I'm going to do covering some footage that was originally posted by a Mary Greeley. A couple of big YouTubers got a hold of it. These guys are big in the Bigfoot Sasquatch online community. One of them is Thinker Thunker, and the other one is called Para Breakdown. Did I say that right? Yeah. And what's interesting about these videos, I'm actually scrubbing through them right now, is that they both have opposing views on what is actually going on. So just to kind of preface you guys, it was a video that was caught on a webcam. I guess they run these webcams at Yellowstone 24 hours a day, and you can go on the Yellowstone website and click on these different cameras and get different views of the park, and I think you can actually pan them around and stuff like that. And so they saw this video, and there was some bison coming cruising in buffalo that were cruising over towards the geyser, Old Faithful, and apparently there were some figures walking in the background, and these YouTubers got a hold of it. One in particular, Thinker Thunker, and he explains that those actually might be Bigfoot, and then he goes into why. And then the second part that I'll be doing, that'll be on the next Squeegee Life podcast, is the opposing view of para breakdowns idea of what's going on. So I thought that it was interesting because they both are looking at the same footage, but they're both coming up with different ideas about it. Now, admittedly, the videos between both of them are pretty long, and so what I did is I edited all the video down to just the main points each YouTuber is trying to make, so you don't have to go through the whole video. You can watch the videos in entirety on their YouTube channels, either Thinker Thunker or Para Breakdown. But I chopped them down for time's sake, and we'll just get to the point. So let's see what this first YouTuber has to say about this footage in Yellowstone National Park.
Hey, this is Thinker Thunker, and here we've got some bison, the American buffalo, returning to the Old Faithful site in Yosemite National Park. And back here behind them, let me just zoom in, we see, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 Bigfoots on screen at the same time hunting them. Okay, so first things first, this video was posted by YouTuber Mary Greeley. Mary's got about 2 million views, over 15,000 subscribers, and I believe about 600 videos, but none of them have anything to do with hoaxes or Bigfoot or paranormal. They're all very serious, very sober in nature, as is this video. Which brings us to this brave soul right here. Now, of course, he's not really standing right there. He's back here, just behind these trees, and I just simply took a copy of him, put him up here for scale, and we can see that, remember, bison are measured at their shoulders, 5 to 6.6 feet at their shoulders, I believe, which means the hump is even taller. So just suffice it to say, that's one really big guy. And something completely bizarre about him is he has non-human body ratios. And you can easily tell that by looking at his arm, which is almost as long as his leg. And again, keep in mind, he's really much bigger than this because he came from way back over there. Let's see, I can only guess, but that's maybe back to the river, across the bridge, and back this way, 50, 75 yards, who knows? But the further away you are, the smaller you appear. So this guy is taller. How much? We can only guess, but what if he were, say, that much taller? You know, it's at least possible. Watch our 4 two-legged friends way back here. They're going to travel 100 yards or better within seconds. And boom, already the 4 made it to right here. And I'll scrub back and forth. See where they are now? Now think about that. Could you and your friends put on some monkey suits? Could you run? Could you sprint that entire distance in a matter of seconds? Because they did this. So here's the first guy walking through, and the second, and I say guy, I don't know what they are. And now look at the 4th. It is what? Heads taller than the other 3. And the first guy we saw when I had him beside the buffalo, he was 7 foot or better. So if this guy is now heads taller than somebody who's 7 foot tall, that means that we have one of the world's tallest human beings out here on this hoax, if you need to believe it's a hoax. And then the whole shot ends when the camera pans off. This is Old Faithful, the Old Faithful webcam. So the guys are going off. Is the money shot? You know, not everybody in the world is focused on Bigfoot like we are. Okay, so Occam's razor time. Which is simpler to believe? That 3 NBA-sized guys got together with the tallest man in the world, they found some monkey suits, and went sprinting through snow and ice? Or are we glimpsing some ancient scene that's been going on for thousands and thousands of years?
Okay, so that was the condensed version of what Thinker Thunker thinks is going on. Thinker Thunker thinks. Thinker Thunker thinks. Say that 10 times fast. And I thought it was pretty interesting. Now, next podcast, we're going to be doing the opposing view of another big YouTuber that's into the paranormal community. His name is, his YouTube channel is called Para Breakdown. And we'll see what they have to say. I appreciate you guys watching. If you're not a patron for the Squeegee Life podcast, I'd say go and sign up for $1 a month or $5 a month or whatever you can afford. You go to patreon.com/Squeegee Life. I did it. I like the podcast. I like to support those guys, and that's why I'm here doing the Bigfoot moments. Also, in the future, I'm hoping to get some interviews with some ghost hunters where we could do cam interviews with these people and just a whole bunch of stuff. So we're going to be covering a lot of territory on these Bigfoot moments coming up. So stay tuned for the next Squeegee Life podcast, where I will be showing part 2 of the Bigfoot bison Yellowstone footage, or whatever you want to call it. All right, back to you.
So we're back, and that right there was the Bigfoot moment, our new segment by Richie Blue. That was brought to you by Maker Products. The coolest things in window cleaning gear, right there.
Yeah.
But if you have, Professor, it looks like, speaking of the Professor, fucking, that looked like the Professor from Gilligan's Island, and the Fonz had a fucking baby and then pooped on it, and then there you go.
Oh my God. That's great production.
Dude, yeah. But if you guys have any questions or topics that you would like Richie Blue to discuss on the Bigfoot moment with Richie Blue, just send him an email to the Bigfoot moment, as you see here on the screen, at gmail.com, and he'll answer the questions for you. I'll leave this here so you guys can write that down if you have any questions for or topics for Richie Blue, and maybe he'll get around to covering those. But we want to thank Richie Blue for doing that for us. That was super cool. I thought that was pretty dope, didn't you, Mark?
Yes, it was totally awesome. It was
totally awesome.
Great production. Yeah. I like the library. Richie has a nice library at home.
Nice library. It's a very nice library. It's well stocked.
Yep.
It's a little weird. It's like the Conan fucking House of Mirrors, where he tries to slay that beast. It's like half of his body's cut off because of the mirrors in the room. But it's cool though. Yeah, I feel like
it just needs a bigger camera, but it's got enough books.
Jason's back from dinner. You just missed the Bigfoot moment with Richie Blue, so you fucked up and went to the fucking. You went to eat at the wrong time. But that was pretty cool. I mean, Richie looks like a 1965 pimp. He's most likely had like fucking like a gram of smack in his fucking pocket. I like his little red pencil. I was really wanting him to like show us something on a graph with that fucking thing.
Yeah. Maybe next time. That was definitely much better, much more than I would have expected. So great job, Richie.
Yeah. Gave us the shout out there for the Patreon. Again, guys, that was the Bigfoot moment with Richie Blue. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like Richie to cover on the Bigfoot moment, which is now his segment, he's taken it over from me. So
he owns it.
It is his. He owns it. He's like, I want to do the Bigfoot moments. I was like, you know what? I think he'd be really good at it. I didn't know he was going to be that good. I think that's great. So thanks again, Richie. And if you, again, bigfootmoment@gmail.com for any topics or questions. If you have any questions for the professor.
Lehman was out hunting buffalo for dinner. Probably eating a buffalo.
Yeah, he didn't cook it or hunt it. He just slayed it.
Bare hands.
Trust me, his turds have got pieces of bone and hair in it. Trust me, for sure.
Talons and nails and
teeth.
Oh God, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know. That was a weird video.
I like it. I liked
the presentation was wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the clip in question was a little
well,
a little weird. I'm looking forward to part 2.
Yeah. There's a follow-up to that one, correct?
Yeah, don't act like you didn't see it already.
Oh. Well,
however, I haven't, but Mark, apparently Richie's and Mark are best fucking buds. They're girlfriends. And, hey, whatever's whatever.
Richie has that creative spirit, and he has to share it. Yeah. I mean,
I mean, he's got his window cleaning gear, but there's another side to Richie that's very creative, and I feel like you guys are getting to see some of it. I'm actually looking forward to more of those. I think they're gonna get better and better and better. They're gonna get awesome. You know, guys, it's tough to do a window cleaning podcast once a week. And to talk about window cleaning all the time is very, very hard to do without listener questions. You know what I mean? And you guys know how to get a hold of me. I've tried to get podcast participation, you know, by sending in the video questions, which we still want to do. If you guys want to do it, private message me on Facebook or on the Squeegee Life page privately. Don't post it in the group. Send us a video question, and we'll play your video question on the podcast, and then we will fucking roast you like marshmallows over an open fire after you answer the question. We are going to totally destroy you after, you know. But, I mean, you know, make sure they're good questions. But, you know, send us a video question. Don't forget to send Richie questions. But it's hard to do this every week and stick to just window cleaning topics. Like, I don't know how.
Well, you know what it is? We've done 115, 117.
This is 115 technically.
Yeah,
yes.
and they all run close to 2 hours. So
Yes.
what happens is, you know, like you said, there's only so much window cleaning can talk about, or there's only so many experiences I've had to talk about, or you've had to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, it becomes banter or something that we're going to discuss.
Right.
But we don't have writers. Honestly, we don't, you know.
We don't
both
go
work
over
full-time.
everything. We don't
Yeah,
go over
yeah.
anything. We don't
No,
like. What
there's
are we
no
going to talk about
pre-show.
tonight? We
Yeah.
just turn this bitch on, and you guys are vicariously living through our personal relationships within the window cleaning community, and me and Mark's personal friendship. That's what you guys are getting here. So this is what me and Mark do behind the scenes. We do share farts on here too.
Yeah, been pretty light lately.
But without questions, you know, it's tough.
Yeah.
But you know, again, all I got to do is I got just like, if you know, it's cool if you guys would send us video questions. That'd be fucking awesome. I feel like that'd be a way for everyone to participate in the show, and it'll add another layer to the show, just like the Bigfoot moment with Richie Blue. So, you know, please feel free to do that, man. Any question, it doesn't matter. Like fucking Seth said, Yellow Mellow or Surge or fucking, you know, whatever. Captain America or Batman, you know what I mean? Who would win in a fight? You know what I mean? Just whatever. It doesn't, or it can be a window cleaning question. Who makes a better squeegee handle, Sorbo or Unger? You know, whatever. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, send us a video question and we'll answer it on here. And I think that will add a little layer to the podcast, and it'll make it a little fun too, because then you guys get to participate as well. You know, maybe Henry will send us in a video question and fucking cut something in half with one of his swords or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows? But Van Damme or Seagal, it's real easy. Seagal, motherfucker. Jean-Claude Van Damme ain't fucking whooping Steven Seagal's ass. Jean-Claude Van Damme is a bodybuilder that can do the splits. Fucking Steven Seagal can actually bust your shit up. He was the first American to ever practice Aikido in a dojo in Japan. He was the first American to ever like do that. That's a big fucking deal.
He's pretty big boy now.
And
though.
He still fucking whooped that dude's ass. My dad's fat and knock you smooth out, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
You know, my dad's a big ass motherfucker. He's bigger than me. I'm a big dude.
Yeah.
My dad's a big ass dude, and he will fuck you up. That motherfucker pounce on you like a panther. You be like, I didn't know big dudes can move that fast. That motherfucker's got some hand speed. I see. Yeah, I'm telling you, the man's got some hand speed. Don't sleep on the big guys. Actually, we do have a question here. I just almost missed it. Mike the Glass Guy asks, "Hey Mark, do you ever buff out scratches on windshields? Is it the same process as windows or pretty similar?"
Yeah, it's a similar process. Depends on what it is. If it's a front windshield, which is laminated, you have to be real careful because obviously it's glass, plastic, and then glass. You can't get them too hot. So I've done a '69 Camaro that was a numbers matching car, and it had a wiper mark in it. So we were able to polish that out. The problem with windshields is, aside from the liability of it, windshields are traditionally chipped everywhere. You don't know it, but there's little chips. So when you polish them, the polish sticks in the chips, and it takes a while to come out. So there's white spots, but eventually over time it wears out. I did the side windows on a Mercedes. They were very easy. I told the guy was trading the car in, and something happened in a parking lot. Like a lawn truck dragged the rakes down the side of the car, and he's like, "Dude, it's like $5,000 to replace those two windows. Anything you can do?" And I said, "I'll give it a go. I'm not going to guarantee anything." And I found the glass was very soft, and it was very easy to work with. So yeah, you can do automotive windshields. It just doesn't come along that often, you know.
Did you just fart?
No,
Oh,
I was moving something on the
that
text.
totally sounded like a fart.
Yeah.
Because
No,
you
no.
paused and
Yeah, but I don't know how it is where you are, TJ, but windshields in Florida are zero deductible. So most people don't fix windshields. They just replace them,
Right.
you know, like fix them if there's a scratch in them,
Right.
you know. Or, you know, that system that the auto glass places have now that fills in chips and rock chips?
Isn't that a resin?
Yeah, it's a resin, and they put a vacuum suction cup on it, but it's a temporary repair. Over time, it'll turn yellow and fall out. But like when people trading cars in, that's what they do to them.
Mike the glass guy actually replaces windshields and shit.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Cool.
but so he's like not only a window cleaner, but he also replaces auto glass. So
Dude, there is an art to putting
yeah.
in a windshield. Well, Mike would know. The new windshields are they bond them in with like a urethane. The old school windshields, like on all my trucks and stuff, have
what's up,
that
Metro
rubber
window
gasket.
cleaning? Go ahead, keep
Have the
going.
rubber gasket, and if you don't know what you're doing, you break them every time. So there's an art.
Journey of a new entrepreneur. What's up, man? I know that guy's name. I just can't remember what it is. I met him at the huge convention. Metro
Cool.
window cleaning. What's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for watching. Yeah, dude. I watch him do that shit, and I'm just like, dude, there's no way I would fucking be fucking shit up and pissed off all the time doing that. But he's got
installing
a
a windshield?
but he's got
Yeah.
a really good. He actually did a couple of a video, I think just like a
Yeah.
few days ago, of him taking one out and putting one in. Actually, I think it was another window cleaner pressure washer dude. Oh, Bobby, that's what it is, Bobby. He was doing some dude's the entrepreneur guy, the fucking taking the windshield out on this truck, man, and he's got it down to like a science. It's like he just bing bang boom, got a little system, and it goes. I mean, but man, I would be so fucking nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but I think the newer ones that bond in are probably easier than the old school with the rubber, where you got to put a string on both sides and pull it, and to get the gasket seated and everything. It's like when I built my Jeep, the windshield frame is fiberglass, right? Because that's part of the kit. And I took it up to the glass company, and I just said, put a window in it for me, you know, because it was a rubber gasketed. It wasn't bonded in. And the guy called me up like 2 days later, and he goes, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to put a windshield in here because the hole's too small." I'm like, "What?" I go down there, and he's got like the stripping all the way around except the last corner. He goes, "If I pull it through, it's going to break the windshield." He goes, "So I'm just telling you." And I go, "Well, how about this? Let me take it back out. I'll take the windshield frame. I'll clean up the edges. I'll open it up a 1/4 inch. And long story short, I bring it back to him. He still can't get it in. So he sells me. I said, "Okay, give me the glass. Give me the rubber. If I break it, I break it." We ended up putting we broke it. And then we ended up putting a Wrangler windshield in, which is bonded in, and it's a little bit bigger than a CJ windshield. So it looks like it belongs there. But I called the guy that made the windshield frame. He's like, "We've never had that problem." And I'm like, "Well, we bought 2 windshields and neither of them fit." So there is an art to that, you know, and my hat's off to the guys that do it all day long and make a living with it. I think that's awesome.
That's fucking, that's some badass shit. Mike's fucking pretty flashy dude, man. I'm surprised he didn't install that window while skating on a skateboard.
He's the one that does all the skateboard tricks that I see?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
That's the one that Seth Byers really wants to blow.
Wants to bang him?
Oh, yeah, he wants to bang him so bad. Yeah, he wants
Seth
to be
Has Seth bought a skateboard recently? Because I don't think Seth skateboard. I can see Seth on some rollerblades, actually.
No, not roller skates, roller blades.
That's what I said, rollerblades.
Oh yeah, he definitely Seth Byers definitely rocking roller blades.
Yeah.
not even the new ones that look like fucking hockey skates. They'd be like
Yeah, yeah.
like 1998 rollerblades with the rubber
yeah.
stopper on the back and the
Yep.
click 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 fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely Seth Byers. There's no question in that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually fucking slowing down right now. I'm in a kind of a lull, and I'm kind of really liking it, to be quite honest with you.
With work?
Yeah, I mean, not
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, I got shit that I got a shit ton of shit to do every day. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just like the houses have just kind of let up a little bit. I'm only like maybe 2 or 3 a week now instead of like 2 or
Yeah.
fuck 2 a day or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
I think I'd be frustrated trying to even do 2 a day because the second house always relies on you getting out of the first house without any hitch. Because I don't do houses often, but every house I've ever done always takes me longer than I think it will because something happens.
It never
know?
fails. Never
Yeah.
fucking fails. I just did a one house. I do it all the time, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I could not get these 3 windows on the side of the house in the sun for shit.
It's spotty.
For shit. I was leaving
Yeah.
marks. I was so fucking mad. I changed
Yeah.
my rubber. Then I flipped my rubber after I changed it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
so, it was, it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it was like, like a fucking laser on there, man.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Fuck. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, and I started there to try to, so, I went there, but it was too late.
Yeah,
The sun came over the house, and that was it. I was just like, son of a bitch, man.
yeah, yeah.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta
always
bust out the
something.
ladders and go old school.
It's always something. Yeah, I didn't. I refused to get my ladder off the truck. I pulled
Yeah.
the Philip Alexander. I was like, I got these fucking carbon fiber trad poles. I am not getting that fucking ladder out.
You know what it is?
It was like an in between. It was like I would have needed like a fucking. I only needed like 6 or 8 feet, and I don't carry A-frame ladders. I just don't.
Yeah, yeah,
I just don't, as a rule, because they're fucking unwieldy as fuck. And every time I've fucking had an accident on a ladder, it's been an A-frame ladder.
yeah, yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
that. So I just
Yeah.
use a pole. And I was
Yep.
like, I am not going to get the ladder off the truck for these fucking 3 windows. I'm going to get this right. But, But what were you going to say, Mark?
No, what I was saying was every time you do a good job, whether it's water-fed pole or traditional with a pole,
Mm-hmm.
it's just that much more chance you don't want to pull the ladder off the truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at it. Oh,
I've
man.
kind of been on a moratorium from the water-fed pole. I've been, as you know, that large job I just got done complete, which took
Yep.
me twice as long as it normally does because of the fucking weather. But
Yeah.
I've swore off water-fed pole. I'm just like, I'm not using that shit unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even want to hear that machine. I actually took the machine out of the truck.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't even want to look at it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to smell it. I'm
Yeah.
done. I fucking hate that fucking thing.
Yeah. Sometimes it's fun just to change it up and do things different.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I actually pulled off the rest of my Reach It Rhino tube and threw it in the fucking garbage the other day.
Did you?
And
Did you?
I replaced. So I'm now completely Reach It free now. I have
Nice.
nothing from them anymore. I got rid of all my Rhino tube. I bought new zero hose. The same. It's the same fucking shit.
It's the same hose? Is
It's
it
the
good?
same thing. It's
Yeah.
exact. It's fucking identical. There's no difference.
Yeah. Well, we know he ain't manufacturing.
Yeah, Perry's like,
that.
oh, this is special manufactured. My special formula. I jerked off in the vat of the rubber. And then Lee licked my butthole right afterwards. You know what? I'm just going to tell everybody, man. That dude puts out that video of him at the fucking, the success of Reach It that Lee Burbridge is doing. We're going to make a mockery of that. I hope you know.
Well,
I just laid down the gauntlet right there. You put that
Yep.
fucking video out about
Yep.
Reach It success, and me and Mark are going to mock the fuck out of it.
Mock.
Mock.
Yeah. Ding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bird. You know what? He's traveling there for this, right?
Yeah, it's a big deal, man. He's
Well,
got
when
that.
we're done with it, we'll make him realize how much money he just fucking wasted.
Oh man, it's gonna be so bad. He's
Yeah.
gonna do everything he can to keep me from getting a hold of it, but I'll just fair use act the fuck out of it, screen capture it,
You know what you got to do with it,
make a
right?
mockery
Remember
of
the
it.
one that we did with Beavis and Butthead?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tear that
We're
shit
gonna
up,
do
bro.
a bunch of different ones.
We're gonna
Yeah.
Mystery Theater 5000, 3000 that motherfucker. It's gonna be so bad, dude. It's gonna be so bad. You know, we could play it, and then me and you could do a commentary in the corner of the screen, picture in picture here. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So, does anyone have any questions for me or Mark Tanner? GJ, even the poll your ma'am bought you. No, I still do have that poll, Jason. I didn't get rid of that. I still have that poll.
Look who's
Hey,
here.
there's my boy Tucker.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
the dog that we gave Mark right there, and he's living his best life right now with
He
Mark.
is so awesome, dude.
That's Mark's buddy. I'm glad that you got a
Yeah.
little piece of me with you.
Yeah, he is. He's got, you know, it takes a while to figure out the personality of a dog, but his personality is fucking hilarious.
I'm glad.
He-
We're super
Yeah.
happy that you guys have him.
Yeah, me too. I
Yeah.
thank you and Jen so much
Yeah.
because he is so happy. He runs everywhere. He never walks. He wags his tail
Every
all day
video
long.
you send me, he's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
he's fucking digging everywhere,
Yeah.
dude. He's like
Yeah, yeah.
cruising. Him and
Yeah.
Brady, right?
Yeah, him
The
and
blue
Brady
tick.
are buddies,
Is
man.
Brady a
Yeah.
blue tick?
Yeah, Brady's a blue tick.
They seem like they have a good time together.
Oh,
But yeah,
my God.
I'm so glad that you got him, man. Seriously, it's.
yeah.
At first, I was a little pissed off at Jennifer for making me drive down there, but after seeing you with the dog and how well he's doing, I'm like, man, that was
Yeah.
a good choice. I'm glad you got him.
Yeah. He is so happy. You have no idea, dude. He's like smiling all the time. He's
Yeah,
just a
that's cool.
blast. And he's the shop inspector. He hangs out in the shop. He eats ice pops with me all day long.
Oh,
He's
that's
great.
cool.
He
That's
loves
cool.
ice pops. Right, Tucker?
Yeah, Jason, the only things that I have left that are Reach It are the brushes that you were so kind enough to send me for my. I'm still, and I'm still gonna do those videos, Jason. But those brushes that you sent me, because I'm gonna do an expose on the constructor brush. That's coming too. But
Nice.
Jason was kind enough to send me some brushes that were completely dismantled, so I could put them back
Yeah.
together and kind of show people that don't know how this works. There's a
Yeah.
lot of people out there that don't know how it works.
Yeah.
But I'll show you guys. But
Yeah.
and Jason, not Jason, but Mark actually has insider info because he has the very first constructor brush, and he knows how much Perry told him how much they cost to make. So
Yeah, there's not much to it.
Yeah.
There's not much to it.
well, just look forward
Yeah.
to the video. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no
how
doubt.
so? How are we going to deal with AC? Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, Jason. I don't give a fuck, bro. Anyone that knows anything knows what that is when they, you know what I mean. It's a Reach It brush, it's a Reach It brush and a Reach It pole rebranded. Good for AC, man. You know what I mean. If he's gonna sell those giant refrigerator cart fucking water-fed pole fucking thingies, and great. You know
Well,
what I mean?
look, I'm sure there's a market for it. It looks like it's very well built. You know, you better have a dedicated truck for that. You know, I mean, I know you use your truck personally, so do I. You know, I don't always want to be riding around with this giant contraption in the back, and I'm sure it's well engineered. But again, you know, there's not much room in the truck once you put that in there, and is it necessary? That's the thing. Is it necessary?
Yeah, and this is the way I look at it. I personally don't feel like those guys using Reach It poles is going to save Perry Tate. That's just my personal opinion.
No.
He's not going to sell enough of those to keep Perry from going defunct. And I know I got this new factory, but there's things there. I'm telling you guys, shit that you guys. There's things that behind. Everything with that dude is not what it seems. We all that went to Kansas City, Missouri, whether it's Joseph, the opinionated window cleaner, whether it's him or Mark Tanner on either side of this fence, anyone that went to that knows what that dude's all about, and they know that he's fucking faking it. Everyone knows it. Anyone that was there knows he was fucking faking it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
we know firsthand because Mark actually built out his fucking store before the grand. There was nothing in there. Fucking shitbag.
Oh, God,
And not
what
even
an
a year
experience.
later, it's defunct. And his fucking main man 50 grand, or main woman 50 grand, Indira, was kicked out on the streets.
Showed up to work and nobody was there.
Showed up to work. He didn't even call her and tell her. Journey of a new Bobby asks, journey of a new entrepreneur. How do you say that, Mark?
Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur.
I'm kidding. Bobby would like to know what is the cheapest water-fed pole that is still effective for cleaning? Not for owner-operator, but for my crews, two-story homes. A ladder and a squeegee is the cheapest. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I think the zero pole is a very, very affordable option, and it's a good pole.
Zero poles are very affordable option. They have different grades of poles that you can choose from. The sim pole is super duper. That's a cheap pole. You can get a Sim 22 right now for fucking less than $1,000, and that you ain't gonna get a better pole than that.
And you're gonna do two-story homes with that.
You're gonna do you'll do two-story homes super easy with that. If they're big 2 stories, that might be. But the sim pole, as you can see on the screen here and behind me, I'm a sim pole guy. You watch my videos. If you want something, okay. So if you want something for your crews, I'm gonna be. I got the zero oval, and that. Man, is that thing badass? Mike has a zero oval pole, so that's cool. I would love to get one of those and try that out.
Is that the OVA 8?
Yeah, it's OV8, but it's rebranded a zero pole.
Okay.
And they're selling those over here. So, but I would love to get my hands on one of those. They got a micro. I would like to get my hands on that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, Bobby, the sim pole cannot be fucked with. I've got zero poles. They're great poles. But I'm laying like I've laid it down in my videos plenty of times. The gauntlet, just the clamps, the rigidity, sim poles are badass. They're just.
Well,
badass.
Just remember this. There's one thing, the word cheap, okay, is one thing. But if you're gonna put a substandard pole in an employee hand, you're gonna want something that's gonna get abused and beat up and still open and lock and close and not break.
For my personal opinion, they're a little more expensive. But if you want an employee pole and you only want to buy 1 or 2 of them, and you don't ever want to have to replace them, buy that fucking Simpole Excalibur. You're gonna buy that pole and you're never gonna have to buy another one.
Yeah, unless you lose it.
Or it gets stolen. But it's a 32-foot pole. Each section comes apart, so you only have to use as much pole as you want to, so it's only as light or as heavy as it needs to be, and you can run that fucker over with a truck and still use it, and that is legit. Philip beats it with a fucking hammer and runs it over with his van all the time.
On purpose.
On purpose, and the fucker still works. So if you want an employee pole that's gonna last you for fucking ever, that's the way. There you go. There's Philip Alexander for the fucking win. The Sim 32 is $975. The Sim 22 is $775, and those are ultra high modulus poles, and they are not to be fucking fucked with. But the Excalibur. To me personally, I think if you're gonna buy a pole for your employees, you want something that's gonna be durable, and you're not gonna have to keep fucking replacing.
Yeah, let's be real. Employees are not gonna treat it the way you would. They're not. They don't care about it. They're gonna throw it into the back of the truck. Yeah. They're gonna leave it leaning on the building. It's gonna fall. It's gonna take abuse. It's gonna get beat up. It's gonna get banged up. So why not have something that when it gets banged up keeps working?
Yeah, Jason fucking Lehman beats the piss out of his fucking Excalibur pole. He rubs that bitch on the roof, on gutters, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. They're absolutely beautiful poles, man.
Yeah.
Sim 32 Excalibur retail is fucking $1675. He's selling them right now for $1275. That's like fucking $325 off.
Yeah.
And I'm telling, dude, that you will never buy you won't have to buy another one. You won't have to buy another one.
Yeah. Now that's not the Kevlar. That's the high mod.
No, that's the Kevlar. The high mod pole, which we need to talk to Philip and see if we can get a homie discount for Mark Tanner. But the Sim 22, that is $775. That one I told you need to buy. $775.
Okay.
That's
the trad pole or water fed pole.
Yeah, that's the one I use for a lot of trad work. I use my Sim 22 for trad work a bunch, but it's still with my 2 6-foot extensions and my Excalibur extensions now. He's got the Kevlar fucking ultra high mod Excalibur extensions, the 8 and 9s, so the diameters, dude, those are fucking slick. Video coming soon. But it's dude, they're so awesome, man. They're really good poles, man, and that's a really good price. You're not gonna have to buy a bunch of those.
Yeah. Nice.
I mean, Thursday, what's the deal with you guys on Thursday? Yeah, we're just on Thursday, that's all. No big deal. We're probably going to switch the podcast normally to during football season. We'll probably most likely still do Sundays, but we might do some Tuesdays too. Because we're going to leave it up to the audience, because I know there's some football fans in our audience, and I know I'm one too. So, and I know Mark's wife's a Patriots fan, and sometimes she makes him fucking be a man and watch football.
Yeah, she comes out dressed up in the Patriots jersey. It's crazy in my house. And then me and the boys are always rooting against the Patriots,
right?
Just because of it.
No, Mark. Philip does not check your credit.
Yeah, he just sends you a bill. My wife is one of those Patriots fans that says, "We won." I'm like, "What do you mean we? We? Since when are you part of the team?" You're too old to be a cheerleader. Sit down before you fall down.
Yeah, the ultra high mod it's ultra high modulus carbon fiber on the inside. The best ultra high modulus wall thickness in the fucking business. And either 3K wrap outside or Kevlar wrap outside. They're great poles, man. Great poles. Nice. Great poles. Foosball is the devil, fucking Henry said. But yeah, man, we're just we're gonna try, like we told you guys, we're probably gonna start doing some podcasts on the fly, and this is one of those. You know what I mean? We missed Sunday. It was a holiday weekend. And we thought, we were gonna do one last night. Now I just wasn't feeling like it, and then Mark's like, "You want to do a podcast tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's do it." And we're here. But we're gonna do what we gotta do to make the best podcast we can for you guys, and it would be cool if you guys would participate. Send us your video questions, like Henry Dreest. You know what I mean? Send me a private Facebook question for the podcast. Do it on video. Maybe chop some poor bastard's head off or something. Afterwards. We're probably gonna slay your swag, but whatever. We're gonna fucking roast you like marshmallows, but whatever. It's gonna be fun. It'll be fun. Participate. Don't forget to send your questions to Richie Blue, the new host of the Bigfoot Moment, sponsored by Maker Products, at bigfootmoment@gmail.com. If you have any topics you'd like Richie Blue to Dr. Richie Blue to cover, or questions that you'd like Dr. Richie Blue to answer, send them to the Bigfoot Moment at gmail.com.
And the more you interact with the show and watch the show, I got a good feeling some of the Maker product developments are going to be shown on the show and nowhere else right off the bat. So
there's you can rest assured, and if Richie doesn't let me, I'm gonna fucking murder that motherfucker.
No, he will.
We've already talked about it, but you guys are gonna get some exclusives here. You know what I mean? So you guys will get to see stuff that before anyone else will. So that'll be super dope. But it would be great if you guys would go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, or turn one of your friends in the community onto the podcast and get them to subscribe, or on iTunes, Podbean, or YouTube, or all fucking three. And leave us a review on iTunes, man. Come on, man. Just go leave us a fucking review on iTunes. That'd be great. That would mean so much to us. It would help us out so much if you'd rate us. That'd be great.
It gets the show out there.
Jason, I think Maker Products, he said in a couple weeks or so, you know what I mean? He's Go Lions. Get the fuck out of here. Let's see. When is the... Ooh, Jason had a question. I know I seen it. When's the Jamboree happening? I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's something we gotta do.
Yeah, well, there is planning going on. There is discussions being had. Mark and I and Richie and Mark's wife have something cool in the works that may be involved in all of that.
Yep.
And like I said, just be patient. Be patient.
They say that all the time.
I say that all the time. Well, these things fucking take time.
Yeah, good things come to those who wait.
Yes. But good question nonetheless. We are still working on it, though.
Hey, Mark Darnell, you've been a little light on the videos lately. I need to see some videos, man.
Yeah, we need to see some more chicken and peas type videos out of you,
Well,
Mark.
I think the bowling pin was a little bit more appropriate.
Yeah, I think the bowling pin was a little more appropriate.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The Jamboree, I mean, that's going to take a lot of planning. And we are planning. I've got the feelers out. We are, speaking to people, and we're trying our best to get that done. I smell a sleepover.
Yeah.
Sleepovers are dope, man.
Yeah, you're 6.
Yeah. What's
I
wrong
got
with
to send
sleepovers, bro?
TJ my beef tongue taco recipe. Yeah. Send that over, Fernando, for the cookbook.
Yeah, and that's another thing, man. We really want to do the cookbook, the window cleaners cookbook. We really want to do that. I think it would be fucking cool. I think it'll be sweet, man. What I would like to do is get your recipe and then get the story behind the recipe, where you learned the recipe from. Just a couple paragraphs. You know what I mean? Even if you just like explain it to me a little bit, and then I can gleam off of you and add that to it. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever ate any kind of tongue, TJ?
I've never
I
had a
never.
tongue. Yeah, I'm not a fucking immigrant like Fernando Trevino. Fucking eat no immigrant foods.
Dude, have you ever seen a cow's tongue in the deli in the butcher?
Yeah.
It's like this fucking big, and
Yeah.
I'm like, there's
Yeah.
no way that thing licks.
I ain't never had no fucking tongue. I ain't never had no cheek. I ain't never had no chicken feet. I ain't none of that shit,
No.
dude.
No.
Nah, bruh. I'm
No.
white privileged. I eat the regular parts of animals.
How about that shit in the deli called head cheese?
Yeah,
you ever
I'm not
seen
fucking
that?
with that neither, dude. I'm smooth
I don't
on all
even
that
know
shit.
what that is.
I don't know what it is, and I don't want to know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Beef tongue, yuck. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Fucking Fernando. But, Fernando, your recipe's more than welcome in the fucking cookbook. I feel like we need a little ethnic flair. You know what I mean? Do you eat that with, do you eat that over chips or, like, in a fucking shell or something? Oh, fuck. We're assholes. We don't mean nothing by it. We're just funning around.
Yeah.
Mark, I want to be invited to the next hurricane party.
There's a lot of people that have hurricane parties. I just don't do that anymore. I mean, because you get you in the mindset
We
you're
love
about
you,
to
Fernando.
lose a lot of shit.
Yeah. We love you, Fernando. We know you're fucking funning us. We know.
Yeah, but you're still welcome to put that.
Yeah, we
recipe
still
out
want
there.
that shit. I still think it would be cool. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I feel like there's I think that could be really cool. You know what I mean? And we're not trying to fucking make a buck or nothing. Like, we're just trying to do something fucking funny, just something cool. Do a little book. I mean, who's done a window cleaner's cookbook? You know damn well somebody's gonna try to swagger jack that idea. You know
Dude,
what I
we
mean?
have a restaurant here. It's Jamaican. Okay, You have Jamaicans up there. Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Jamaicans love something called oxtail soup.
Mhm.
Oh God, dude,
I've
these
never had
people
it.
fight over that. Yeah, but I heard
never
it's
had it.
amazing. But
Yeah.
there's just something about.
Now, I've heard
when
a
you
lot
tell
of
me
people
what
eat
part,
oxtail
like
and
when
they
you eat
love
a
it.
brisket.
Yeah.
When you eat a brisket, it's from the inside of the cow.
Uh-huh.
It's not like
Fanning
licking
shit away.
anything or swinging around.
Fanning shit.
Yeah.
That's always something
Exactly.
weird, man.
Yeah.
It's always something weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's always swag. I mean, everybody's got a fucking window cleaning podcast now. Everybody does. You notice that? Have you noticed that? There's so many fucking window cleaning podcasts now. Dudes going live on fucking Facebook. I mean, everybody trying, you know what I mean? Swagger jacking. You know what I'm saying? Have an original idea once in your fucking life.
Yep.
God damn.
Run with it.
What time did you get to the Renaissance Fair? We never made it.
Jason, you need to pay attention.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't here. He was at
Oh, yeah,
at
that's right.
dinner.
They broke down roadside. He was out chasing
Yeah.
a yak or
Go to
something.
the Squeegee Life patrons only podcast page if you're a patron, and you can watch the video. We served commercial coffee. I don't even know what the fuck Mark Darnell's talking about half the time, but I like it. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
know.
saying?
Yeah, it's usually humorous.
Yeah. That motherfucker looked like he like literally just escaped the asylum, like just a
Yeah,
few minutes ago.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I'd like to hang out with Mark Darnell. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it'd be a good time.
Yeah.
We honestly thought that he showed up in a full microfiber suit to the fucking
Oh yeah.
the huge convention. Everyone thought that Mark was down there cleaning train windows, dude. I was
Yeah.
so hoping it was him, dude. Like we come, me, Jason, and Seth, we're like barreling down the fuck. That's why in part of the video you see us walking to the elevator. We had just thought we saw Mark Darnell cleaning train windows. That's why we were going down there. Like we got to go down there, but alas, it wasn't him, and we were all pretty upset about it.
But he put it out there. That was a good rumor.
Yeah, it was a good
Definitely.
rumor. It was a good rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so does anyone else have any questions? We're probably going to shut this one down a little bit sooner than normal. Friday's a pretty busy day for me. I got to get up super duper early on Fridays. But if anyone has any more questions or anything, please feel free to enter them in the chat there.
Hey, let me ask you something. Let's get back to window cleaning for a second. That new, and I don't know what the name of it is, but that new Tucker scrub bar with the white pads, that's good.
Oh,
With
yeah.
the rinse bar.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
So are you thinking bristles are going to be a thing of the past with these kind of things coming out?
I don't think they'll be a thing of the past. I mean, I feel like, okay.
But realistically, why do you need bristles?
Well, I'm not saying. Well, I think in certain situations you kind of need them.
Yeah, for bugs and stuff like that.
And,
Frames.
Frames and shit like that. But
Yeah.
for yeah, we're fucking children. He farted and I laughed. Whatever. Dude, I can be just getting done with an intimate moment with Jennifer, and we're laying in bed just cuddling, and I'll fart, and then I'll be like, man, I should have recorded that.
Yeah, just send it to Mark.
Yeah. And like when I shit now, she'll even be like, I'm surprised you didn't record that. You know what I mean? It's part of my life now. But I feel like there's certain situations for both. You know what I mean? Honestly, as you can see in my if you watched my video, I don't know if you did or you didn't.
Yes.
But it has its place. I mean, there's certain soiled windows that that they're perfect for, and then there's other instances where they're fucking covered in dirt, not just dirt, but fucking webs, and and then it kind of. But the brush does a lot better on the webs and the extra shit.
I think the difference is going to be on really dirty windows.
But if you're just
Sometimes,
if
the
they're
bristles
just
will just
funky
leave those-
windows without webs and shit, it's
Yeah.
fucking great for.
Yeah.
I feel like there needs to be a better medium, like besides the white pad, besides the bronze wool pads. They work great. The one thing that fucking 20-foot tall sack of shit did or found that is good and you already know what I'm getting ready to say.
Yeah.
Those pads that he has with the blue ones with the stainless steel woven into them those are pretty slick. And I know you could source that fabric any fucking where. It's got to be readily available because that Yum Yum's got a hold of it. You know what I mean? All they need to do, and I actually I bought a bunch of those pads and I actually sent them to people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I sent them to everybody. A lot of I sent them to manufacturers. Like here, you need
source this.
Source this. Yeah. This is what you need to do. So, I think it has a place, but the brush. I don't think you're ever going to be able to get away from a brush, but they'll play off of each other. I think the brush. I think the brush may be. It could be on its last legs, but I feel like the style of brush is on its like the constructor brush, for instance. There's
Yeah.
no need for that thing. It's a hunk of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And the reason
see
why
what
I
you're
say
saying.
that is the Tucker brush. There's no that square brush, that square alpha brush. It just
Oh my god. Yeah.
it's too good. It's too
Yeah.
good, and that fucking take it apart, put it back together brush is a fucking joke. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I feel like for him, the brush is done. But
Yeah.
for Tucker, it's never going to be.
Yeah.
He's going to have to go straight to the pad abrasives style shit to keep afloat. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Which, and he'll just keep re-engineering and adding shit to that brush to keep you buying them every fucking year.
Yeah.
You notice, I bet you he doesn't sell nearly as many bristle packs as he does whole, complete fucking brushes.
Yeah.
Because he's making a new one every couple of months. He's got a new,
Yeah.
the new doody-doo, hooty-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
This one I can bend water all the way around your asshole and shoot it right back up on the window and listen.
Yeah.
TJ, are you going
you
to do the
notice- if you
Halloween
notice-
podcast? Listen, but not to cut Mark off, but I'm about to drop a bomb on everybody. We're going to do, and I haven't spoke to Mark about this, but we're going to do a Halloween podcast. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask a certain cast of characters to come on. We're gonna do a special fucking edition Squeegee Life podcast, but it's gonna be for patrons only. The only way you're ever gonna see it is if you're a patron.
Nice.
Whether it's $12 a year or fucking whatever, you know what I mean? The $1 a month or the fucking
Yep.
$20 a month, whatever it is, it's only for patrons.
Yeah.
And we're also gonna do a Christmas one too.
Nice.
I think, just a special, and we're going to do those. We're going to do those every year, I think. As long as this podcast's around and we have the Patreon, we're going to do those special. And I think we're going to do more of those, like only, and I know it's like the podcast is going to stay the same. I'm not going to prevent guys, you're going to get the weekly podcast, but there's certain things we're going to do that you got to be a patron to see.
Yes.
We're not asking for a lot. It's $1 a month.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But Henry, you most likely won't have to be a patron. We're most likely going to have you involved in it. So
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
still,
we got big plans for you,
it still
Henry.
would have been cool to see fucking Henry paint himself green and be Shrek.
Yeah.
That shit would have been fucking dope. That was the podcast that never was. That would have been so fucking good.
Yeah, you hear
man.
that, Henry?
Ah,
It's either $12 a year or some green paint.
yeah,
What's it gonna
you
be,
got to
buddy?
decide, dude. You're either going to be fucking Shrek or give us $12.
Yep. Yep.
I've only spent $300 or $400 on my Tucker brushes this year. What do you mean?
I've got 4 of them, and I'm still using them.
I've
I've had them for a long time.
I bought Tucker alpha brushes. I bought two 18s, and I ended up getting 2 12s, and then he sent me 2 18s because the order messed up. He's like, hang on to them and give the 12s away. I kept one, gave
Yep.
one away to Mario, and then I kept the other 2, the 18s, and I'm still using the same all season, and I don't see there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with them, dude. And I use the fuck out of those things, and they're
Yeah.
still solid, dude. My Reach It brushes, fucking halfway through the season, are fucking jacked all the fuck up. The bristles are
Yeah.
fucked.
Don King.
Yeah.
The Don King edition.
The Don King edition brushes there. Dude, post that fucking the success of fucking Reach It on YouTube, and I'm gonna eat that shit up, boy. We are gonna fucking make such a mockery of that. I cannot fucking wait. It's gonna be so good. But yeah, man, we're gonna bring the thunder on Patreon. Again, that's www.patreon.com/Squeegee Life. There's a bunch of different things you can subscribe to on there, from $1 all the way up to $20. It's your decision what you want to give us for the exclusive content and the podcast. I mean, because the podcast ain't free. I just spent $150 today on the subscription here for the year on this motherfucker. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here in these streets. Constructor brush cost me over $1,000 or more, and Tucker made me more money.
Let me tell you one thing.
Go ahead.
I want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
I grew up. My old man had one of the original Tucker brushes with the fiberglass brush that had the big aluminum bars bolted into it. Okay, with 2 or 4 jets. And those things were badass. And I'm just glad to say now that Sean owns Tucker, he's maintaining the quality.
Yeah.
Because you could have those brushes for 20 years.
Yeah. And
Okay, and
that's
they're
not
still
no
around.
bullshit. I have
Yep.
a Tucker Boar's hair brush from way back in the fucking day, that we got from a guy, an old window cleaner dude that had the aluminum fucking Tucker brush or Tucker
Yep.
poles, the aluminum Tucker pole. And he's like, I had this brush, I never used it. You know, he goes, I bought 2 and fucking used the one all the time. I never used this.
Yeah.
It was still in the
Yeah.
box. I still got it in the barn. I'll
Yeah.
have to dig that out one of these days.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's just quality shit, and Sean definitely has carried the torch. You know what I mean? I think
Oh, yeah.
he's kept the quality and the Tucker name at a pretty high standard when it comes to the brushes, no question, man. And there's
Yeah.
just no question in it.
Well,
So
the thing is, like that Alpha brush, nylon on the outside, boar's hair on the inside. He just nailed it right off the bat. Do you ever notice, other than the rinse bar going from aluminum to plastic,
which is
there's
now
no
going
changes in it?
not which is now he's going to start doing going to do production of the aluminum again.
Really? Now, is the plastic not as good as the aluminum?
I've broken one.
Yeah, mine are still aluminum because I was one of the early on.
I have
and,
aluminum rinse bars.
Yeah.
I used to have a 12, but I gave it to Jason. I gave Jason an 18 and a 12 aluminum because we all know Jason needs those.
Yeah, exactly.
We all know Jason needs those,
yeah,
so I
yeah.
hooked Jason up with a couple of aluminum ones. I think there's ways around that fucking marring up glass. I feel like they could be plasti dipped.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
actually thinking about running some masking tape over the holes, and just plasti dipping the whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
And then
you could
pulling
probably
the tape
do that.
off, and you got
Yeah.
your rinse jets again, but it's all plasti dipped. It's not fucking up the window, and you can prevent it from fucking up the window. Just watch what you're doing.
Yeah, just be careful when you
Just
start
be
to get
careful.
into the angles and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I told you, I put door stopper rubber
Yeah.
ends on them. You cut a slit in them, a little 5200 polyurethane on them. You ain't gonna tear them up, and they'll hit.
Jason Lehman did something where he like cut the wings off the rinse bar.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've broken one of the plastic ones, and thanks to TJ, I've got the aluminum one and won't go back. They're great, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're indestructible, but they're and the plastic ones are not like fucking super brittle. They're more durable than the fucking Reach It version.
Yeah, the cannons. Remember, we used to glue,
Yeah.
super glue.
I gotta
Get
glue
that-
these on. I gotta glue
Yeah.
these little caps on here. You fucking yum.
Yeah.
Fucking guy. But yeah, man. Again, it'll it'll go its own way. You know what I mean?
Yep.
However it goes, it'll go its own way.
Yep.
Fuck him. Whatever. You can eat a whole bag of dicks. Choke on
Yeah.
the last one.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's the podcast. We want to thank you guys. We want to thank Richie Blue over at Maker Products for the Bigfoot moment. That was fucking absolutely wonderful. Tune in.
Stellar.
Tune in next time for part 2, which I'm fucking really excited about part 2. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to go to the www.thesqueegeelife.com. Check out the new webpage. There will be a store on there. I will be I'm working on the designs, and then once I get the designs done, I will do the regular screen printed T-shirts. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be.
Yep.
That's just gonna be I'm not gonna introduce the Squeegee Life / fucking Thrasher magazine window cleaning history. You're not gonna get that shirt from there. Those are the custom shirts. That'll be something completely different. Those are the premium fucking the shit. We do collabs with like Maker and Black Diamond and window cleaning history and shit like that. Boom. Those will be those. But these will be something else. They're still gonna be cool designs by me, and it'll be sweet. But that'll be on there. There's a blog on there which I'm gonna start. I'll be as the winter goes, I'm going to start writing on there a little bit more, just, giving people the inside track on shit. And again, there'll be a store there. Go to patreon.com/Squeegee Life, become a patron. Bigfootmoment@gmail.com if you want to ask Richie questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends so they can like and subscribe. And leave us a review on iTunes at the Squeegee Life Podcast there. Go do that. And we will see you next time, right, Mark? Anything
Sunday, right?
Yeah.
You gonna do Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday. We should be good with Sunday. It's a
Okay.
1:00 game. I should be there. So,
Sweet.
yeah, man, we'll see you guys Sunday, and we appreciate all of y'all. So,
Yep, y'all be good.
peace.
Peace. Later.